Forever by Judy Blume is book number 15 on the top 15 banned and challenged books. Judy Blume is the well-known author of several adult and young adult novels. She has won many prestigious awards and written countless books. Forever tells a coming-of-age story between two teenagers, Catherine and Michael. There are common themes such as friendships, love, relationships, and sex. They think that their relationship is going to be forever, but after being separated for a summer, they learn that there are more opportunities for different relationships. Besides the relationship between Catherine and Michael, we also see a relationship between their friends Erica and Artie. Erica is Catherine's realistic friend. She's kind of the buzzkill when it comes to the fact that Michael and Catherine's relationship aren't going to last forever. Artie, on the other hand, struggles with his sexual orientation. He attempts to commit suicide and is severely depressed. This passage that I'm going to read comes from Catherine's initial thoughts after she and Michael have sex for the first time. Next time it'll be better. We've got to work on it. Did you bleed? I didn't feel anything. I wrapped the beach towel around my middle and went to the bathroom. When I wiped myself with tissues, I saw a few spots of blood, but nothing like I would have expected. On the way home, I thought, I'm no longer a virgin. I'll never have to go through that first time business again, and I'm glad. I'm so glad it's over. Still, I can't help but feel let down. Everybody makes such a big thing of actually doing it. But Michael is probably right. This takes practice. I can't imagine what the first time would feel like with someone you didn't love. This next excerpt discusses Artie's internal conflict and his attempted suicide. On Thursday morning, Michael's birthday, Artie hung himself from the shower curtain rod in his bathroom. Luckily, the rod broke and he fell into the tub, winding up with a concussion and an assortment of cuts and bruises. He was stitched up at Overlook, then transferred to Carrier Clinic, a private psychiatric hospital near Princeton. Both Michael and Erica blamed themselves. Neither one of them believed me when I said that maybe this is what the best thing could have been to happen, because now at least Artie can get some professional help he's needed all along. It is very difficult to pick out a primary reason for the challenges and censorship behind this book because there are so many aspects that are attacked when it comes to the discussion of forever. Judy Blume openly discusses sex, sexual orientation, suicide, the use of birth control, depression, and many other aspects that parents and teachers don't want children openly reading about during school. Patron's claim is that not all books can be purchased for a library, and therefore some must be excluded. It is valuable to consider this claim when analyzing the list of challenged and banned books because of the fact that librarians need to take into consideration which books will be most beneficial to the students, pique the students' interest, motivate them to read, and the age group that they're selecting the books for. And yes, it is important to consider the fact that not everything can be put into the library that is wanted. But on the flip side of that, how do you decide which books you are going to include to replace those that you've decided to exclude? For example, if you decide to exclude Judy Blume's Forever from your student's library, what coming-of-age story will you include in order to give them the valuable information that can be presented in this book? The practice of censorship and selection are used in classrooms and libraries every day. Teachers and librarians are able to censor books by determining what is immoral, scandalous, or inappropriate for the age group and setting, or even personal values. The selection of books is pretty much the unbiased version of censoring. Selection is what you pick and choose to be appropriate. Is the censorship of books in the classroom practical or unethical? I believe that censoring your classroom and your library is rather practical to an extent, but becomes unethical if you begin to deprive the children of knowledge that cannot be relayed in the books that you have selected. My goal is to teach elementary school, and therefore I would not include the book Forever in my elementary classroom. However, if I were to teach high school or upper level middle school, I would include Forever, because I believe that there is some information and considerations that students need to know that they may not talk about with their parents or their peers. I think Forever answers a lot of questions that young people should know as they come to the age of experiencing sex and exploring their sexuality.